Take
Take
two.
two. Now I was getting a phone call, and I don't know. I just put my phone on do not disturb now, so that won't happen again. I should did that before. I should have did that the first time because I should have learned my lesson from this happening before. But for some reason, whenever I go live, the universe has its way of messing stuff up. That's a normal thing that happens with me. I don't know.
Well, this is a lesson in persistence, and like I said before, being persistent is a little bit better than being smart sometimes.
Definitely, definitely. That's funny. I like how you put that. All right, so we'll wait for some people to join back in. But
Yeah, we
basically,
we had, we had a good crowd going.
I know, right? We had about 40, close to 50 something people watching.
Yeah.
But so those of you guys who just tuning into this live, we have a previous live. I'm gonna tag it so that you guys can check that out. And the live was compromised. I got a phone call and my screen went blank. But we got some people coming back in right now. So yeah, we'll continue on with our discussion in a moment as more people join in. But yeah, so go check that out and then come back to this one and we'll continue on. So where were we at, Dave? Where were we at?
Well, we were just talking about 3D printing and how I got into that,
Right.
and then that segued on that 3D printing segued on to other things. I bought a small CNC machine that was the size of a keyboard, and once I got into CNC, that just exploded. And this was before COVID, and
Now, for people
way
that don't know
before
what it
COVID.
for people that don't know what a CNC machine is, explain to somebody in layman's terms what a CNC machine is.
All right, yeah. A CNC machine is basically it's a router that works on three axes. It works left and right is x axis, front to back is y axis, and up and down is z axis. And
Mhm.
when you put all those together with a router bit that's spinning, it can chip away wood, metal, what all kinds of different things,
Yeah.
and create artwork of all kinds of different artwork. If you'd like to, you could go to my website, bigdavescustomcarvings.com, and see some of the work that I've done on a CNC machine. And
Somebody please type that in the chat. I can't. Can I type? It won't let me type.
it's
Somebody please
okay.
type
It's
that in the chat. Somebody bigdavescustomcarvings.com.
correct.
All right.
And what people need to understand are all these machines,
Mm-hmm.
3D printers, lasers, uh, vinyl cutters, CNC routers, machining CNC machines. They all work on the exact same principles. They just do different things. They
Mm-hmm.
all work on X, Y, and Z axis, and they have motors that get the tool head of whatever form or fashion to do the work. And those motors are stepper motors. And like on a 3D printer, like the one that you first started with, you
Mm-hmm.
saw how slow and
Yeah.
methodical it was.
Yeah.
It works a lot like a CNC machine. It's very slow, very very intentional. But then you saw once you got your upgraded CNC machine,
Let
uh,
Let's
how
pause on that for
fast
a
it
second.
could go.
Yeah. Let's pause on that for a second. So I had my Ender 3. And Dave showed me a few things and how to use it. You sent me that STL file. It's a .stl file is the one is the specific file type that the 3D printers read. And he showed me his other 3D printer, the Bamboo Labs, the
X1 carbon.
X1 Carbon. And what happened, Dave?
Well, quite honestly, I sent him the STL file, and he nailed it probably within the first try, first two, three tries.
Yeah, but
Nailed it. Got all the settings right. I just helped him a little bit on a few support settings. He was wondering why the support wasn't, why it was trying to print in the midair, and I
yeah,
told him that he needed to enable support settings. But once he got that all out of the way, I mean, it was quick. Boom, 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 and then I showed him some simple CAD work on the computer that you could do to create your own things.
Hmm.
And but then where the big light went off was when I showed him how fast the X1 carbon prints compared to Ender 3, and the Ender 3 prints at roughly 500 millimeters uh, per minute squared. And I may be wrong on the numbers, but the or the timeline, but essentially think of 500, and then the X1 prints at 20,000 millimeters per minute squared, and it's like night and day.
It's night and day.
You really cannot watch it. It's just moving too fast,
Right.
and it's hard to grasp that it's actually doing something while it's just moving so quickly you can't even see it. Yeah.
So to let you guys know exactly what happened, he showed me his Bamboo Labs X1 Carbon, and I'm like, because I'm all about efficiency. I immediately went to the store, I think the next day, and I bought one.
You sure did. And you said, how am I going to get these out to the people if I got to wait 2 hours for a print?
One to print, right? Exactly.
Exactly. And I told you that the only way to updo it is to upgrade it.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
you know, and I'll give it to you. You did exactly what you tell your people to do. Learn your machine, learn your machine, learn your machine.
yeah,
And you learned it fairly quickly, and you learned how it relates to some of the other things you've done before,
yeah.
and it was fairly simple for you.
Yeah, so now since then I've created the caps, like in your DTFs, in most DTFs, the bigger DTFs come with a rod that goes across the powdering station, and they have these little caps that keeps the powder on the inside.
Yes.
I've created these caps to go inside of the smaller unit. I didn't tell anybody, show anybody yet, but I got the rod. I got the rod from Home Depot, but I created the exact same correct size millimeter with the caps that slide onto the rod, and all you gotta do is clip it. But I haven't put it inside the machine yet, but I know it fits and everything because I still do have the Seismo A13 A print supply. I got to give that back to them though, but I still have it. Um, so I'm just waiting for them to send to tell me when to return it and where to take it to. But yeah, I created that. What else I created? I made some tweezers. I made some. I'm trying to work on this device that makes it easier for you to
You created a twister for
deep
the
deep
film.
for films.
It
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it
So
essentially takes the film and his device, Alan's device, you put it on there and you twist it and it rolls it up.
it makes it roll up really, 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 really tight.
It's
So
common sense. I mean, it's
yeah,
just like the upper bird's nest eliminator.
yeah. I got
I
so many different ideas in my head to create, and not enough time to create them now. So it's
That's a
just
good
crazy.
that's a good problem to have, though. That's a
Yeah,
good
yeah.
problem to have. I
But it,
mean,
but
you when I started this journey with apparel,
mhm.
I got the Ricoma, and I was like, man, I will never ever stop doing embroidery. And it wasn't 4 months later until I got my DTF machine, and now I'm like, man, I'm never going to stop doing DTFs. And then a customer says, I want embroidery. So you got to switch gears back. You got to
Back
wear a
into
lot of hats.
yeah, yeah,
And but that's part of the fun. That's why you
yeah.
do what you do here.
Hmm.
And if you're constantly evolving, constantly creating, upgrading your skills, you will never be out of business, ever, ever, ever.
100%. Just got to keep on being creative and got to keep on pushing through. And as these industries change, your limitation is going to be based on your creativity and how creative you can be to create your own business. And Dave, you're pretty good at finding business. How are you doing this? What advice do you have to people for people trying to find business?
I find yourself a niche, be it your local schools, your local clubs. I am lucky. I got kids that are very active in school and active in sports and
Mhm.
4-H and things like that. And I hit those people up like I mean like it's nobody's business. I'm always talking to people. I mean, I'm in a wheelchair. Nobody works the dance floor like I do. Nobody. And I I also am lucky enough to be part of military different military organizations. I'm a merchandising director for Brothers Keepers Veterans Foundation.org, and we help veterans because there's a sad statistic out there that 22 veterans a day commit suicide, and we'd like to make that zero. And
Mhm.
I'm very proud to be a part of their organization, and I create all their merch for them. And this DTF printer is part of that, and the embroidery machine is part of that as well.
So basically, you're saying like just try to reach out and to people in your network. So basically, your network is your net worth. That's what we've been hearing online.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely. And if you're sitting back waiting for the phone to ring, you can't do that. You
yeah,
need to engage your community and engage your customers. You need to know what the pulse of your community is and know what is going on out there, because if you do know that and you do get plugged into that, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. It will
yeah,
roll, it'll steamroll small. The first day I got my DTF printer, I got an order for 100 shirts, and I my eyes were like this. I was like,
how am I
"Whoa,
gonna do this, right?
pump the brakes, y'all!" And
Right.
I just said, "Wait." I said, "Give me a week." I said, "Give me
I
one
remember you
week."
told me that. I remember you told me that.
Yeah, I said, "Give me one
Yeah,
week, and I will get this thing mastered." And then I had that issue with the bad graphic that you helped me with,
yeah,
and you prompted me to get Photoshop, and it just steamrolled. And
yeah,
then once I got that one customer, then I got another one and another one and another one. And sometimes they're small, sometimes they're one-off pieces that people just want something cool, and sometimes you'll scratch that ticket and it'll be a winner, and you get 100 shirts, 100 hats, sometimes 50 prints. It all I've had my DTF printer for about 3 months now, and it's almost paid for itself
okay.
since in that short period of time.
That's interesting. Now, how worth it do you think it is? Like, if somebody's like, I guess it all depends on the individual whether you would buy DTF or just buy transfers. It's on a case by case basis because everybody doesn't have time to run the machine. Some people's lives, it might not fit in somebody's life, but I would generally say if you are somebody who's not ready to have some type of uh allegiance, I guess, to your machine or take care of it in a way, then don't buy
It's
your own
your
DTF.
machine your machine's like a puppy, and it needs fed and it needs walked, and you
Yeah,
got to take care of it just like anything else.
yeah,
And there's space considerations. I had to make significant. I have a 20 by 20 foot shop here, and I thought I'd never fill this shop, and that idea went out the window a long time ago.
right.
I had to literally make room for my DTF printer in here,
Hmm.
because I have the shaker baker,
Oven, oven
the
roller thing.
13, yes, that
Yeah,
rolls it automatically as well, and it really it all. But if you have an apartment and you want to get into DTF and you just have enough room for a press in the corner, well, guess what? You're in business.
yeah,
And you could be creative on the back end, where you create all kinds of wicked cool art. You send it off to somebody like Alan or I, and we print it off to you, send it to you. It's coming in the mail hot, and you get it hotter on the press, slam it down,
yeah.
and your customers are happy. you could do that in an apartment. You don't
Yeah.
have to have a big place.
So in other words, it's all types of different avenues that you can go with this industry. You can it's not only about having equipment, you can not have big equipment, just have a heat press. You can not have equipment or a heat press. You could just get a software on your computer and create graphic designs and outsource the people to the people that have the equipment. I'm glad you brought that up. It's all different ways. If you just want to
There's
sit in front of
tons
your
of
computer, yeah,
there's
you can do
tons
that.
of you don't even if you want to get into the embroidery industry and don't even want to buy an embroidery machine, people need digitizers
100%.
like crazy.
Yeah,
And they pay good money for people to send graphics like this to somebody and they digitize it for their machine.
yeah,
And it is a huge, huge win if you can find a good digitizer. I got lucky because I was able to pick up the digitizing software pretty quickly, and that's how I was able to create, the the bulldog
yeah,
that I have on my hat and things like that pretty quickly. But even if you're not software oriented, you
yeah,
can still get in this industry. It just like you said, there's so many on ramps, and as long as you're stepping on the gas and you're going to stay on that highway to success, and it's really up to you to just stay with it and keep your nose to the grindstone.
yeah. Now I want you guys to also take in consideration success is relative, right? So success is many different things, right? Success could to one person can be just having this machine and have it supplementing their bringing in a little bit extra. Success could be to somebody else just not having to go out and buy their kids shirts, forever, pretty much, as long as you got a heat press. Success could be starting a side
You
business.
are.
Success will be starting a whole business. So it's relative. It's on a
Oh,
case by case
and
basis.
yes, and you can leapfrog success. You can start your success goals low. Hey, I want to make my girls some 4-H shirts,
Right.
or some school shirts, or that are really cool. And
Yeah.
and you're all of a sudden you're superstar dad, and you like that feeling, and all of
Right.
a sudden, and that's great for now. And you're like, woohoo, I'm on top of the world. But then
Yeah.
you're like, okay, well, now if I could do that now, well, hey, the store down the I did some shirts for the old dog grooming place down the way. Okay, I slide into that just real nice and easy. Did
Yep.
10 shirts for them, and it was a total success. And boy, I all of a sudden, your chest gets big and you start
Right.
and then next thing you know, you grow from this big to this big. And
Yeah.
then it just steamrolls, and it's all about what your personal comfort level is
Hmm.
and what your personal goals are. And really, if you're creative and driven, it's an endless opportunity, really.
Yeah. That's why earlier in my live today while I was at the studio, Lucy Lou said, Alan, you should it's almost time for a warehouse now. And I told Lucy, I don't think I want to go that route. I actually think, to be honest, that I enjoy showing people how to use it more, and I want to do create like a fun environment. That's why I'm gonna stay where I'm at, keep my costs low, and I'm gonna have small classes. But like I said, I want to call them classes. I want to have small gatherings and give people an experience where they come in, bring your own bottle of wine, and just make it a date night. And you sit you down in front of a single needle embroidery machine, explain some basics to you. You pick a design. I give you a shirt, show you how to hoop it, and you just have an experience with your date and stuff like that. And I want to do that with transfers also. Come in and have a press experience. Grab a design of your liking and do that. I think that would be a lot like a nice activity for people. And like I said,
That's a great date night.
yeah,
Great date night.
so you're only as limited as your only limitation is how creative you can be with this industry. There's all so many different things that you can do. So, yeah.
And do we got any questions for
Any
anybody?
questions in the chat? Any questions in the chat? We lost a few people going
Yeah,
down, but
let have some of our people tell us what machines that they're using, or what their aspirations are with, what machines are they looking at, and that kind of thing.
yeah, the BX Chula 69 What are you up to? What kind of machines do you have, and what do you use in your workspace? Petra G, I know. Be the Difference Clothing. I already know. Shout out to Be the Difference Clothing, guys. And let everybody know what you do. Be the Difference Clothing. Where would that be? That'll be taking place in Philadelphia, PA. My sew and sips classes, the sew and sip experience. The BX Chula has she just purchased the EM1010. Congratulations on that.
Nice, nice.
Be the Difference Clothing. Tell everybody what you well make. I don't want to put your business out there, but I'll let you do it. You know, um,
We're equal opportunity around here sometimes.
and in the States. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Inspired by printing inspiration messages and clothing. Oh, look at you. You fell victim to what I fell victim to. You got a phone call and now your screen is black. You guys are an awesome, amazing team. Yeah, that's my guy right there. We at one point we were talking almost every day, but he got busy with a government contract now, so he's doing some big stuff. I'll let
Can
him
you see me
explain.
now?
Oh, look, you came back. How come I didn't come back last?
Boom.
That's crazy. Oh my gosh.
Just when you thought you got rid of me.
What kind of phone you got? You got an iPhone or is that an Android? What's going on?
I got the new iPhone 15 Max Pro
What phone
hoopty.
do I have? I don't even know what phone I have. I think I got the 15. I don't know, but anyway, I might need to update it or something because yours came back. Yep. Be the Difference has MT 1501 and two DTFs and three heat presses. She's over there killing it. Be the Difference
Nice.
over there, and she does a lot of vending events. So you can go to her channel and check that stuff out.
Hey, I just want to tell anybody out there that is doing a Prestige A3R, um, anybody, first person to like and share this video, I got a free print head for you.
There you go. First person to like and share the video. And if you have a Prestige A3 Plus R, he has a
Brand
free,
new in the
brand
box,
new, in the box print head for you.
unopened.
Unopened. Wow. Wow. First person to like and share that has a Prestige A3 Plus R. Let's get going. And I think I know somebody that has that too. Um, but how are you gonna know who did it though?
You're going to tell me. you're the you're the master. You're the master behind the curtain.
Be the Difference. Send it to me. Just shared. Who'd you share it with? Be the Difference. Where'd you share it? I don't believe you. Gotta torture him a little bit. So let me think. Okay, so
So,
be
Alan, tell me, what got you into this? What got you into this crazy world?
you know what got into me into it? Oh, she said she shared it on her entire YouTube channel. Okay, so what got me into it was I was doing music, and at the time people I wanted to make some more money doing music besides just sales, and I knew that I wanted to get into selling merchandise. So I went on eBay and I bought a really really cheap heat press and a hat press combo. And when I got it in the mail, I went and on Amazon. I got some regular standard the paper that you can print on with your standard printer, and
Right.
I pressed something on his shirt. I saw that the heat press worked.
Shazam.
Sat the heat press down in my garage on a shelf, and it lived there for like I don't know, maybe like 2 years. So then my mom came to me one day and she's like, "Hey, your uncle, can you think you can get somebody to make some shirts for your uncle? His boat crew needs some uniforms." So I said, "Hey, there's this thing called the Cameo Pro. There's this thing called the Silhouette Cameo 3. It was a 3 at the time. Um, and I saw some videos on it. Why don't we just go half on that? You pay half the money, I pay half the money, and instead of me getting shirts made, paying like $300, we'll just go half and get this machine." I was fresh out of graphic design school when I went to film school, so I knew how to operate the software like it was nothing. So we went half, got the machine. I designed the graphic on a computer. Next thing you know, I got the machine. Didn't come with instructions. I figured it out. Started making videos on that, and it was curtains from there. Just tweaked my curiosity. I loved it. You know,
That's another thing we got to tell the kind people out there. Show your work.
Yeah.
wear your stuff. Put it on your head. Put it
Yep.
on your back.
Yeah.
Show it off because you're out there being creative. Everybody's going to comment on it when they see you in it.
Listen, about showing your stuff. I think I was the king when I first got my vinyl cutter. I was the king at showing my stuff.
Nice.
Let me tell you what I used to do. Right, I would take my scraps. You know how you like say you weeded this, right? You weeded
Right.
this, and then you have a scrap piece, which is the border around it.
Yeah.
I would press the border on a shirt.
Oh, nice.
So it will be this inverted.
Nice.
It'll be like a square with this
Yeah.
inverted. The only thing is you got to weed it real carefully to make sure everything stays together.
Oh,
But
wow.
I would weed that. And I'll press this on another shirt and put the other part somewhere else, and I'll wear those shirts. And
Hey,
those
you get
shirts are the most
two
creative, funny
shirts.
shirts to have because it's
You
like
get two
wild and
shirts
crazy.
for the price of one.
Exactly, exactly. So I think Be the Difference Clothing. She's the only she shared it, so she's our winner. So
Nice.
we're gonna coordinate how to get that print head to.
Absolutely. It'll be in the mail by Friday.
So Be the Difference Clothing. Make sure you email me your address at adubbproductions@gmail.com so you can get that prestige A3 plus R print head brand new in a box mailed to you.
It'll
No.
be coming from me here in Atlanta.
Okay, okay, cool, awesome, awesome. So thank you so much, man. Hey, man, listen, this is my guy. Thank you so much for coming on the on
Hey,
on live with me. I appreciate you so much.
always a
Okay,
good time, Alan. Always a good time.
the BX Chula has a question real fast. I have a random question. So I've been trying to upload a product to my EM1010 from my DS flash drive, and whatever the reason, it's not allowing me to do so. So with the EM1010 as well as all embroidery machines, if your flash drive is too large, it won't work in the machine. So you have to have a flash drive. Like I think it's like you have to. It has to be
It's
like a
32 gigs or smaller.
or smaller. 32 gigs or smaller. So your flash drive might be too big for your for the small brain of your embroidery machine to recognize what's going on. It might be thinking too much. It might be stuck thinking because it's too much processing going on, and it needs like a smaller flash drive. That most likely is what's going on. Or something could be wrong with the file, but I think it's a flash drive situation. If it's a big flash drive, it's not going to work. Um, okay, congrats, Be the Difference. What's up with the name drop? What's his name so I can drop his link? Um, I think he's gone. His name is Dave Sherman. Dave Sherman, and I think he got a phone call and he fell into the abyss of nothingness because that's what happened to me on the other live. So, guys, I'm gonna end this live right now. Thank you so much for watching. I wish Dave was still here. Crafty Puerto Rican just jumped on. How are you doing, Crafty Puerto Rican? And it's the one that the Ricoma. Oh, it's the one that Ricoma sent you. Interesting. So did did you export the DST file? Is it a DST file that you're trying to look at? Maybe the DST might be corrupt. Okay, so he got disconnected. So it has to be a .dst file. And if it's not a .dst file, your machine won't recognize it. Look, he added himself back in. I didn't even know you could do that. Wow. That bro, I did not know you could do that. That is so amazing. Oh,
I'm back.
BX Chula 69 says it's a PDF. You can't the machine won't recognize a PDF. So you have to get your file digitized and converted into a .dst embroidery file. All right.
That's
So
what we were talking about earlier.
yeah.
Yeah.
How can she switch that? You have to use the digitizing software, or you have to get a person that knows how to digitize designs for you to digitize it. So Ricoma don't read the PDF. No, Ricoma doesn't read PDFs. So, but you can open up a PDF in the digitizing. I think you can open up a PDF in the digitizing
Yes, you can open a PDF in
Chroma.
the Chroma Lux.
Yeah,
Yeah, or
Chroma
no,
Lux.
any of the Chroma family
Yeah,
of
Inspire
digitizing software.
Plus. Yeah. So but yeah, you need to digitize your file into a .dst file. So take some time to learn the digitizing software. And if you can't learn it, if you can't figure it out, just adubbproductions@gmail.com. Send me your file and I'll give you a price quote for that. adubbproductions@gmail.com. And I'll give you a price quote for digitizing your file for you. or I encourage you anyway to learn your digitizing software that came with your machine. All
Hey,
right.
Alan,
Yeah.
if I don't know if you could see me, but if you could hear me, I just want to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate you having me on your channel.
Yeah. No
And
problem, man.
I look forward to coming back sometime soon, I hope,
Yeah.
and doing more of these kind of things.
For sure, definitely. So, guys, I'm gonna head out. Dave, you went blank on me. You could probably got some important stuff to do. I wanted you to tell everybody what you're up to now with the project and stuff, but we'll cover that on another live. So,
Absolutely. Absolutely. Have a great day, Alan, and a great day to all the guests out there. Thank you.
all right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys on the next video. Later. Bye.